Hello. Oh, I blocked your camera already. We're back.
Where are we gone long?
No, but last week we did it from home and I was kind of a zombie.
Oh yeah, kind of forgot we did it from home.
Major Green texted me to tell me I was clearly exhausted.
I don't even remember last week. What was last week?
The end of Joshua before we went to camp.
No, I remember. Okay,
I spent a good
I
while very lounged back.
I was trying to remember like what event happened last week. This month has been a lot of things. Not bad things, just a lot of busy things.
We were just talking about you. All good things. We're done with Joshua, which is great. And we're going to start Judges because we're just going to keep on rolling and we'll see how far we get.
I mean, to the end, right?
Of the Bible?
Of Judges.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, why not?
No reason.
We'd have to start over because we missed the first few chapters.
Few chapters.
Pardon?
We missed the first few chapters.
Yeah.
We missed the first 5 books.
Books. Yes, books. I missed them.
We're going to start looking at Judges today in our Bible Together series where we read through the Bible together and chat about it. My wife and I don't know if we talked about this, but we wanted to do this for a long time over the last several years. And this was kind of just what our Bible study and our last command was in a lot of ways. But it's been fun, and we found new insights, I guess you can call them, when looking at Joshua. And so we're going to keep going with Joshua 1. I'm going to take my jacket off because it's very loud.
Your jacket's loud?
Yeah. It's very loud. But we're going to start with Joshua chapter 1 or Judges chapter 1 today and see what the Bible has for us this week.
I'm going to see how long it's going to take you to switch to Judges instead of Joshua.
We weren't going to do that. No, I guess we have to.
No, I'm just saying, like next week. We're in Joshua chapter 2.
Yes.
I shall wait till you take off your jacket because it is very loud.
I'm sorry. We have much to do today, and I was just happy to get things set up in a hurry. There we go.
Are we recording?
Yes.
You're certain?
I'm certain. I'm certain.
That's fair. Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
See this big red dot?
I see it.
That means we're recording.
Okay, it hasn't. Okay, that's good.
Little sanity check for us.
Yeah, shall I read?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. After the death of Joshua, the Israelites asked the Lord, "Which tribe should go first to attack the Canaanites?" The Lord answered, "Judah, for I have given them victory over the land." The men of Judah said to their relatives from the tribe of Simeon, "Join with us to fight against the Canaanites living in the territory allotted to us. Then we will help you conquer your territory." So the men of Simeon went with Judah. When the men of Judah attacked, the Lord gave them victory over the Canaanites and the Perizzites, and they killed 10,000 enemy warriors at the town of Bezek. While at Bezek, they encountered King Adoni-Bezek and fought against him, and the Canaanites and Perizzites were defeated. Adoni-Bezek escaped, but the Israelites soon captured him and cut off his thumbs and big toes. Adoni-Bezek said, "I once had 70 kings with their thumbs and big toes cut off, eating scraps from under my table. Now God has paid me back for what I did to them." They took him to Jerusalem, and he died there. The men of Judah attacked Jerusalem and captured it, killing all its people and setting the city on fire. Then they went down to fight the Canaanites living in the hill country, the Negev, and the western foothills. Judah marched against the Canaanites in Hebron, formerly called Kiriath Arba, defeating the forces of Sheshai, Ahiman, and Talmai. From there they went to fight against the people living in the town of Debir, formerly called Kiriath Sepher. Caleb said, "I will give my daughter Achsah in marriage to the one who attacks and captures Kiriath Sepher." Othniel, the son of Caleb's younger brother Kenaz, was the one who conquered it, so Achsah became Othniel's wife. When Oxa married Othniel, she urged him to ask her father for a field. As she got down off her donkey, Caleb asked her, "What's the matter?" She said, "Let me have another gift. You have already given me land in the Negev, now please give me springs of water too." So Caleb gave her the upper and lower springs. When the tribe of Judah left Jericho, the city of palms, the Kenites, who were descendants of Moses' father-in-law, traveled with them into the wilderness of Judah. They settled among the people there near the town of Arad in the Negev. Then Judah joined with Simeon to fight against the Canaanites living in Zephath, and they completely destroyed the town. So the town was named Hormah. In addition, Judah captured the towns of Gaza, Ashkelon, and Ekron, along with their surrounding territories. The Lord was with the people of Judah, and they took possession of the hill country, but they failed to drive out the people living in the plains, who had iron chariots. The town of Hebron was given to Caleb as Moses had promised, and Caleb drove out the people living there, who were descendants of the 3 sons of Anak. The tribe of Benjamin, however, failed to drive out the Jebusites who were living in Jerusalem, so to this day the Jebusites live in Jerusalem among the people of Benjamin. The descendants of Joseph attacked the town of Bethel, and the Lord was with them. They sent men to scout out Bethel, formerly known as Luz. They confronted a man coming out of the town and said to him, "Show us a way into the town, and we will have mercy on you." So he showed them a way in, and they killed everyone in the town except that man and his family. Later the man moved to the land of the Hittites, where he had built a town. He named it Luz, which is its name to this day. The tribe of Manasseh failed to drive out the people living in Bethshan, Tanakh, Dor, Ibleam, Megiddo, and all their surrounding settlements, because the Canaanites were determined to stay in that region. When the Israelites grew stronger, they forced the Canaanites to work as slaves, but they never did drive them completely out of the land. The tribe of Ephraim failed to drive out the Canaanites living in Gezer, so the Canaanites continued to live there among them. The tribe of Zebulun failed to drive out the residents of Kitron and Nahalal, so the Canaanites continued to live among them. But the Canaanites were forced to work as slaves for the people of Zebulun. The tribe of Asher failed to drive out the residents of Akko, Sidon, Ala, Aksib, Helba, Afik, and Rehob. Instead, the people of Asher moved in among the Canaanites who control the land, for they failed to drive them out. Likewise, the tribe of Naphtali failed to drive out the residents of Beth Shemesh and Beth Anath. Instead, they moved in among the Canaanites who control the land. Nevertheless, the people of Beth Shemesh and Beth Anath were forced to work as slaves for the people of Naphtali. As for the tribe of Dan, the Amorites forced them back into the hill country and would not let them come down into the plains. The Amorites were determined to stay in Mount Heres, Ajalon, and Sha'abim. But when the descendants of Joseph became stronger, they forced the Amorites to work as slaves. The boundary of the Amorites ran from Scorpion Pass to Selah and continued upward from there.
Good job. Lots of
Thanks.
names.
Lots of names.
Boy, we really get right into the tone of Judges, don't we?
Yeah.
What would you say is the major tonal difference between Joshua and Judges?
Well, straight away, most of the chapter talks about how all of the people failed.
Mm-hmm.
Judges overall is a pretty dark book because it's just immediately after Joshua, the people fall into, I don't know what a better word is, sin. And honestly, probably one of the darkest times in the history of their people, of Israel. Probably here in the time of Judges between Joshua and David, maybe?
I don't know. It's pretty bleak after David as well, though.
Yeah, there's a tiny, tiny bit of time where things are good. But yeah, things are real bleak after David. I
So
don't think it's nearly as dark as this time, though.
Hezekiah, not Hezekiah, Ahab,
Ahab's pretty bad, but
pretty rough.
overall, overall, this is a dark.
Babylon,
Pardon?
Babylon.
Yeah, okay. Oh.
Uh,
What do you want me to say? You were talking about the
Antiochus
tonal
Epiphanes.
shift. The tonal shift is that from the time of wandering in the desert to Joshua, the people are being formed and shaped into how God wants them to be.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as their godly leader dies, that all goes to pot.
Mm.
I think the issue is Moses had someone to pass on. Like Joshua was always with. Oh, did I say Moses? That's right. I can never. Joshua was always with Moses. He was constantly with him. He was holding up his arms in battles and fighting battles, and he was learning and like trying to model his life as best as he could to be like Moses. I don't know that we have any evidence that Joshua had that person after him. Like there was no discipleship to create a new leader that would carry the people on, because you do need a leader. You do need someone that will carry the people and tell them when they're wrong and when they need to repent. And that's what Joshua was. And they didn't really have that after. So the shift is like how they fall into chaos, basically.
We don't get to do this with a lot of books because a lot of books are not like one after the other.
Yeah.
Um,
Immediately. Yeah.
but Joshua and Judges are very much like one thing.
A continuation. Yeah.
And they cover a big swaths of time, but they do pick up where the other one left off. In Deuteronomy,
But it's not necessarily in order.
no,
The
no,
whole
it's not.
book is not.
But in Deuteronomy 34, at the end, it says that Joshua is full of wisdom, for Moses had laid his hands on him.
Yeah.
So Joshua, apparently, I don't know if this is his fault or not, or there just wasn't anybody to do this with, or it was not part of the plan at the time. But Joshua doesn't seem to intentionally pass on his leadership to anybody either.
Why
I
do
don't
you
know.
think?
We just don't have a record of it.
That just seems.
But maybe the hope was, now that we all have our home, we all have like our territories and our places, and like, all right, there's going to be a leader from Manasseh. There's going to be a leader from Benjamin. There's going to be a leader from Judah. There's going to be a leader from Reuben. They're going to rise up and take care of their own tribes.
Mm,
I don't know.
if that's the hope, I still think you need an overall.
They had that. It was God. Kind of the whole problem with
But
the going forward,
you
right?
need
Like,
somebody who speaks on. I mean, not like for him, but I'm saying like someone that directs the people overall.
so
And you need to come. You need to have worship together, fellowship together. That's like I think these are the models. These are the things that we have to.
they could do that as tribes, though. They wouldn't have had to do that as a nation. Because the nation of Israel is a bit of an interesting thing, right? The nation.
But I think that if you don't do it as a nation, you'll fall into these categories of I'm from the tribe of Reuben, and we, then you
Oh, yeah.
you start fighting because you start like, oh, I noticed that you worshipped, you made your own altar or whatever, just like they said, a couple chapters back in Joshua.
Yeah.
And you start getting, if you don't come together, you start having
Falling apart.
Yeah, you start having your own thoughts about how worship should be, and then all of a sudden, like you start having arguments about well, you should worship this way. If you all worship the same in the same place, like if you come together, Jerusalem, at the festivals or whatever.
I think what you're describing are denominations.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm trying to say that they should be unified in their
I
worship.
know. When you're not unified under one God, you get denominations.
Yes. Oh, okay. Then yes, that is what I'm describing, because they are that.
Yeah. So we get to like see the tone shift, which is very much Joshua is about the faithful following of God's instructions.
Well, it's the formation of that.
And while they sort of, they trip and fall in a couple places, they have success in victory and military and in conquest.
A couple?
In Joshua, do you have a long list from Joshua where they trip and fall?
Go on.
Um, and Judges is like the opposite, right? Like
Oh, yeah.
they don't have that spiritual
It's real
leader.
bad.
And when they do, it's hard, right? Because Judges is a bit of a weird, like, Judges are sort of these mixes between um, judge, jury, executioners, and prophets, sort of all at once, right? So,
Yeah.
and it starts right away. Let's cut off the fingers and toes.
Oh gosh, it was really hard to get through that because just humorous to me. I mean, I probably shouldn't be, but it was. But like,
Big fan of gallows humor, are we?
no, but my issue with Adonai Bezek, which I wonder what Bezek means. Is that just like the area he's from?
Yeah, so either the town is named after the king
Yes,
or
while at Bezek. Yeah,
the
that's
king, the original settler of the town,
yeah,
his family rule it,
right.
and they become known as that person in each generation.
He said he said he'd done the same thing, like took someone's thumbs and toes.
Lots of
like
someone's, actually.
70, right? 70.
And they ate the scraps from his table.
That's the thing I don't understand, because you read that later in Chronicles and Kings, where when a conqueror comes in and they take your town, they take the king and all of his wives and children, and they take them hostage back to their city, and they make them eat scraps under their table, but they let them live.
I wonder.
Why? Like, it's a shameful thing. It's like, look what I've done.
It's a trophy.
Look at this
But
dog.
I don't know if this is right or not, but to me, I think of so visually when you read that, what I see is like the table on top of like a cage, and it's just dropping food down.
I
But
didn't
I
even
think
think
it's
of a
more like
cage.
feeding
What is a person
pigs.
without thumbs and toes gonna pose a threat as? Like,
Archer?
pardon?
Archer? Pretty sure you can get away without thumbs as an archer.
Yeah, you could, but my thought was 70 guys under your table? That's a lot.
So I that's what I was wondering. I think, I don't know if this is right or not, but I
How long is your
imagine it's sort
table?
of like feeding pigs. You get the scraps, you get the slop.
It's just disgusting, though, in general. Like, I wouldn't want that.
Sorry, my fan is running like crazy, and I've never heard it come on this computer before.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's doing.
And yeah, it's really gross. But it's interesting that he said that the Lord has paid me back for what I did to them. No, he says, now God, is that his God? Is that our God?
I think it's Israel's God.
Yeah, now God. Yeah, it must be, because we conquered him, so therefore our God is better.
Mhm.
Now God has paid me back for what I did to them. And it says they took him to Jerusalem and he died there. Like, did he get to eat scraps first, or like he died from losing thumbs and toes? Because I think I would die. Probably
die.
not. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it probably wasn't a gentle way of taking them.
Yeah.
Do you think they planned for Othniel to marry his daughter from the get-go? Do you think that was like, oh yeah, whoever takes this town can have my daughter? It's very clearly planned, right?
I mean, there are easier ways to facilitate a marriage in this culture than to set a challenge to your neighbors.
I'm just saying.
If you wanted them to marry this guy, you would have just like petitioned it and put a dowry
How do you
forward.
get to determine who was the leader? Who overall, like, is it kind of like in sports where you've got like this guy won Sportsman of the Year because he got the most
Oh my word.
touchdowns.
Yep, it's Sportsman of the Year. That's how they
Touchdowns.
do it. Touchdowns was not the problem in that analogy at all. It's the
What is it
sports ball.
called? Athlete of the Year?
MVP?
There you go. Yes. Most valuable player. He was the most. How do you determine you're the most valuable warrior?
Swords, toes and thumbs on a string.
It's awful.
It's judges. This is where we're at now. This is our life for the next little while.
Got a ring of toes.
Yeah.
Here they are.
There is
A toe ring.
a movie or a TV show where somebody collects toes on a necklace and like picks his teeth with one of them. It's real gross. I
Why?
don't remember what.
I didn't need that.
That's gonna drive me nuts. Oh.
Don't Google that. Let's.
Oh, it's Pirates.
Oh, good. I'm glad you remembered.
It's the second Pirates movie when he becomes the
Now I can sleep.
leader of the indigenous tribe on that island.
Uh-huh. Can we move past
I
toes,
just
please?
needed people to know it wasn't like Silence of the Lambs or something. Like it's a
Sure,
Disney
sure.
movie, believe it or not.
Yep.
Hold on.
They all know you're not crazy.
Hold on. Sorry, my computer got real angry. Yeah, Disney movie. Let's close a couple of things here because my computer is cranky.
Wait, close it. Does that mean we have to stop recording?
No, I just got other stuff open in the background that I'm gonna.
I always like this little. It's a very tiny interlude between father and daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And I once did some research. I don't know why I didn't write it down because usually I do. Because I read about this exchange between Caleb and his daughter Oxa. Because I think what I remember, and I could be wrong, but this land that he gave her didn't have water. So she's like, okay,
Right.
that's great. Thank you. Land is wonderful. Can I please have
Very pretty rocks.
some water too? And he's like, oh yeah, you gotta have water. But Caleb gets Hebron, and Hebron's really important.
And it's interesting in this chapter that they attack Jerusalem. Like, so just reading that passage, I have like a great reaction to the phrasing of like, and they attacked Jerusalem and they lit on fire, and it's just like, oh no, wait, they don't have Jerusalem yet, and you kind of forget that it wasn't always theirs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing I always kind of highlight when I get to these parts. Like, it wasn't originally theirs. Well,
So
hardly anything was originally theirs, right?
nothing.
Yeah.
It's like the whole premise of Abraham being a wanderer for a good chunk of Genesis, right?
Well, I mean, surely they must have started somewhere
Mm-mm.
that had no people. Never.
No, I mean, not this
Well, I
story.
guess not. That's
the whole
what this
point
whole
of God's people is
describes.
they didn't have anything.
Except that they failed. Like, that was the other part that I really took notice of this chapter. How much they failed.
We don't know a lot about Jerusalem before Israel because the city existed for centuries before Israel takes occupation of it.
Is that right? Centuries?
I mean, yeah.
Well, how do we know so little of it then?
Because Israel occupied it after leveling it to the ground from that point forward. Right? So what we know about it is Israelite. But one of the few other like encounters we have with the city of Jerusalem is Melchizedek. And
yes,
he seems a righteous person.
Yes.
In charge of the city.
Yes. Oh, he's the king.
So what happens?
What happens with their relationship?
What happens we get to the point where now Jerusalem is in such a state that it's just like a throwaway sentence. And like Hebron and all these other cities, we're just going to level them, take them over. There's nothing good left in them.
Yeah.
Nothing
or
godly.
Not like even to mention that Moab is their relatives. Edom are their relatives.
Yeah, but those relationships start really strained. Like those relationships start bad.
They are, but they're related in as much as
are the Moabites
I suppose the same as much as We are like the US is to Canada.
Great, 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 great grandparents that are the same nationality.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's even less than that, to be honest. It's like the
The
US.
connection is less?
Yeah.
They have a historic.
I know, but I just the Moabites, the Edomites, I'll give you US and Canada.
Okay.
But the Moabites is like another step removed, right? Because they're brothers at least. Israel and the Edomites are from brothers,
It's Alaska.
but the Moabites are from their
Hawaii.
uncle,
No, that's not even right.
right? Great uncle. I'm trying to think through the actual logistics of this. You're making jokes.
Sorry.
I think it's great uncle, isn't it? Or is it just uncle? It's Abraham's nephew, so it's Jacob's uncle.
I like that he says, "What's the matter?"
Nothing. Got nothing from that.
Yep. Sorry. What's the matter? Like, it doesn't even like, it just starts with her riding up on her donkey. What's the matter? Because there's only ever a problem when your daughter rides up. What's going on? Why are you coming here in haste on your donkey? I guess horses really aren't a thing until kings. Like,
Horses aren't native to this land at all.
Yeah.
Right? So it takes a long time.
But it's not until kings, it's not until after Solomon, I think,
Yeah, maybe.
that people, I don't know, maybe David has
I
horses.
think David rides around on some horses.
Yeah.
I think he rides on horses before
But we
he's
know
king.
Saul,
Mhm.
that he kept donkeys, like his father kept donkeys. He lost a herd of them at the beginning. I don't think horses are a thing until about David, maybe
So
after
the
David.
Egyptians have horses, but
Yes.
they're imported.
Yeah.
I don't know who else in the region begins that trade.
But I've never really thought of donkeys as being a fast creature.
They're
Like,
faster than walking,
yeah, I suppose.
but they're
Maybe they
pack
are.
animals. They're
Yeah.
pack mules, right? They're not.
Yeah.
They're not. They're pickup trucks. They're not sports cars.
That's really good.
That's what it is, right? The horses are the Mustangs. The donkeys are the F-150s. Welcome
Mustangs
to
are
Texas.
Mustangs.
Yeah. So going back to family relationships here,
Okay.
which you completely rejected.
I didn't reject it.
We got the conversation of the Kenites.
Yeah.
And so it's his father-in-law's.
Caleb is also a Kenite.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's Moses' father-in-law?
Yes.
Is that what it says?
One of them. That's my theory.
Yeah, so he
My
gets
theory
married
is he had
twice.
2 father-in-laws.
He gets married
Because
twice?
we got 2 names, yes.
Yeah. And so one is
We got Jethro,
the
and
Midianites.
then we've got the other one. It's not Jethro.
I know Jethro and Hobab, but I'm pretty sure they're the same
I was going to
person.
say Hobab, but I wasn't sure.
Are they not the same person?
I don't think so.
I gotta look this up.
Well, I've looked it up before. There's
No, I mean his wife. Sorry, that's all.
Keturah?
That Keturah is Abraham's second wife.
Yes, I know that.
I'm
That's
talking
why
about
I'm saying
Jethro and Reuel are the same person.
Reuel, yes. Wait, you think those are the same person?
Yes. Then there's another one, a Cushite wife, in Numbers 12 that's mentioned.
Jethro and Reuel. Both described as a priest of Midian. So yeah, maybe they are the same. Hobab mentioned in Numbers 10:29. Considered Moses' brother-in-law? Oh yeah, Hobab is his brother-in-law, I think.
So where do the Kenites come from?
Yeah, because if he's a priest of Midian, doesn't that mean he's from Midian?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my theory. I just don't remember how I got here. I do think he has 2, because he did marry a second wife after Zipporah died. Like, everybody got upset that he remarried, right?
I don't remember.
Yes, they got upset. They didn't want him to remarry. And that I think that's the chapter that says Moses was the most humble man on the earth. I think that's what it says, if I remember.
The one whom Jesus loved.
The one who wrote the book. Probably.
Joshua finished it off.
Yeah.
Wrote the epilogue.
But his sister gets
Cranky.
no, she gets what's the skin disease?
Leprosy.
Yes, she gets leprosy because of the way she's acting, and they have to like stay in a place for a day for her to recover or something. And they pray for her, please Lord, don't let her live with this, and she's healed.
So,
But all of that because he wanted to remarry, and I think it's because she wasn't of the Jewish people, of the Israelites.
this I just kind of, this is gonna bother me, so I looked it up, which is not really what we normally do here, but
We look up some things.
this says that the Kenites lived during the time, like they were a tribe that existed during the time of Abraham. The Bible mentions several dealings with the Kenites,
Oh,
but it sometimes calls Moses' father-in-law a priest of Midian and a Kenite. So in Judges 1:16, it calls him a Kenite. That's what we just read. They think it's the same person. So maybe Jethro's mother was a Kenite and his father was a Midianite.
oh, maybe.
Um,
Well, it stands to reason that he would have two father-in-laws. He had two wives.
right.
And maybe all these people are the same person. I don't know. It's not really important, is it?
But the second wife, not really, is referenced as a Cushite, which is an Egyptian.
Oh, that's right. That was the issue, right? They're like, you can't marry this outsider, basically. It's non.
I don't know.
Okay, then that doesn't make any
They
sense.
come back up in Samuel as well.
Well, I wonder if it's something along the lines of like, you can be from, that's your tribe, but Midian is your city?
But one of Abraham's children's name is Midian. So the name comes from that.
Right. Is it the same as you were born in Trail, but you live and work here in Houston?
No.
No, no, it's probably not.
Nope. Just because I don't think that's in any way what Kenite's referring to.
No, it's like a last name is your tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a region.
No. Well, I'll have to look it up some more.
They do seem to be friendly towards Abraham and the rest of his descendants across history.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing better than most. One of my favorite names in the Bible is Beth Shemesh. I don't know why, it's just fun to
Are you
say.
just like it? Hmm.
Sitio Shemeth. But yeah, basically we get this major problem that comes up that sets the tone for the rest of Judges. So this chapter is probably a summary of a lot of things that happen over the course of the book of Judges
Mm-hmm.
and at the tail end Joshua. But we get this this tone setting where the Israelites have this recurring issue of they will not drive sin out of the land.
Yeah.
And I think we talked about the boundaries last week and like setting up boundaries a good safe distance away from your sin so that you're
Mm-hmm.
not too close to be tempted. And this becomes the primary problem for the Israelites for several centuries from here.
Yeah.
Where they stay too close to sin. They don't listen to the instructions of God.
I was just trying to figure out, sorry, what this word Kiriath means. Kiriath, and I can't figure it out.
It
There's
was
a
the
lot of
name of a
Kiriath.
place or a people.
Well, there's Kiriath Arba, which is the name before it was Hebron, which meant that the four giants lived there, or the descendants of Anak lived there.
Okay. 3 sons, but I'm not sure where 4 giants came from.
What? Doesn't it say 4?
That's 3.
Where? Which verse?
20.
Oh, yeah, sorry. That's just what it was called before. They called it Hebron. But there's a couple of other Kirith. Here's Kirith Zephyr, Kirith, maybe that's the only one. I thought there was another. That's not
Means
important.
it
I just wondered what Kirith meant.
just means city or town.
Hmm.
Beth is house, Kiriath is city.
What's Arba?
The name of the place.
I,
It means 4.
oh, it means 4. That's where I got the 4 from.
Oh.
But yeah, doesn't make sense. Okay. That's all.
So Kiriath Jearim, city of forests. Kiriath Arba, city of 4.
I knew one of them was forest.
Kiriath Sefer, the city of books or scribes.
Oh, how interesting.
Kiriath Huzoth, city of streets. Just like saying city, city.
Hmm. City.
And it comes from a word that kara, which means to meet, which means a town is the place where people meet together.
Yeah. Anything else jump out at you?
Oh, the guy who, yeah, Luz. So we have Bethel, which is an important town in the Bible for just there's a lot of stories that take place there. It's not a very big town. Strategically, it's near Jerusalem. It's not a very, it's the hub of wheat fields, right? But there's nothing particularly special about Bethel. But it was called Luz, and there's a guy they just happened to bump into on the road, and they go, "Hey, buddy, you get us in the town, we'll spare you." Right? Like Rahab, you help us, we help you. But I don't know if this man is connected to the family that or the reason that this place was called Luz before. But after the mission is over, he moves out and makes a new town called Luz.
It's called Luz. The word Luz means almond tree.
Must have really loved his almonds.
There must have been almonds there.
I think it's a bold move to be conquered by a foreign people, to then go off and make a new town up the road named after the one they just conquered.
I wonder if it's the same later later. Is it later? Yes, it's later. Jacob. God appears to Jacob in Luz.
Yes. What do you mean later? It can't be later.
Earlier. Is it right?
Yes, because Bethel becomes Bethel because of Jacob. Right?
Whenever we get like this, it's so hard to remember where you are in time and like what's before and what's after.
I agree with you in most cases. I do think it's pretty easy to remember Jacob as before Judges.
Let's agree to disagree.
I think based on that, I know you agree with me.
All right. Is there any more we can say? The only thing that
I don't think so.
The Scorpion Pass. Which I think
Which is the second time this has come up, right?
We talked about it before.
Yes.
When they originally came into the land, right? I think.
I don't remember.
And Joshua, because I remember talking about Scorpion Pass for a long time. And when we looked it up, it's called Scorpion Pass because there's lots of scorpions there.
Texas. When I moved to Texas, I was in university and I was just going to come work for the summer, right?
Mhm.
And I had several friends of mine that tried to convince me not to come down here.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you didn't listen to them.
I mean, it was all in jest, but it was like, you're going to go work in Texas for the summer? Do you know what's in Texas? And
Is
it
this kinda
was,
like what people would think, like, if they went to Australia?
yes,
Mm,
from the Texas is Australia to Canadians.
yeah.
But it's like you got those brown recluse spiders I learned about before I came down here. It's like, okay, spider, we got spiders. They're like, no, they got these spiders. Um, and it was like they got scorpions. And in my first summer down here, a young man at camp got bitten by a brown recluse and had to go to the ER counselor. And while I was doing laundry in the sketchy laundry shack,
By the Alamo?
hmm
Mm.
there was a
Oh,
scorpion on the wall.
that's just the spider shack.
I didn't know scorpions can climb up walls like that.
Yeah, they're basically spiders with pincers.
And stingers. The pincers, I'm not so worried about. It's the poison dart stingers. But it looked more like a spider in its color and
Was it
caricatures.
was it big?
It was that big.
Was it black or
That was
green?
brown.
Brown.
And so it was like a spider brown, kind of beigey brown color. And we didn't have anything to, I don't even think I was wearing shoes. Like we didn't have anything to dress it with. I walked across from my room to the laundry thing. But
In Texas?
there was a lot of like cleaning chemicals in there. And so we sprayed it with like Lysol and stuff.
It
Like
just made it angry, didn't it?
it had like a little seizure and fell off the wall,
Ugh.
but we were not wearing shoes,
Who's we?
me and Juanito.
Oh,
And so we ran out of Legendary because as far as we could tell, we just ticked it off and it came off the wall, but it dropped behind the washing machine.
yeah.
And we're just like, nope, that scorpion belongs, that shack belongs to the scorpions
One
now.
summer, I was up there by the Alamo, which is up from the dining hall, and I come out of my room, and it had rained for several days before, and outside my room, in the mud, stuck, I had hoped, was this massive, I'm like dinosaur-sized turtle. It was a snapping turtle, I
That was
guess.
on the list of things they showed me.
Um, I don't know how to describe how big it was. Like, I can't think of like
Hula hoop.
much bigger. It was massive. It took like 4 grown men to get it. It was stuck in the mud.
Mm.
I don't know how it got up there. It's pretty far from the lake,
They
and
have feet.
I don't know why it would have gone so far from the water. I don't uh, I've never seen and this is the scary kind that has the mouth that will, like, bite your leg off or snap bones or whatever. It was huge. I'm not over exaggerating. This thing was massive. It was,
Golf cart.
think of some not that big.
Somewhere between a hula hoop and a golf cart.
4 grown men to move it.
They're heavy.
It wasn't about like, yes, it's heavy, but I'm trying to why can't I think of anything that's, like, that shape?
Because what you're describing is bonkers.
It was huge. It was scary. It was in front of my room. Um, yeah.
And then the water moccasins.
Water moccasin.
The
Oh, the
snakes.
snakes, yeah. I took a snake out of a cabin once.
That's not surprising.
I I scooped it into a bucket and then tossed it out in the creek behind the cabin.
Wouldn't touch a spider though.
No,
Wouldn't go near one.
I hate it. I could pick a snake up all day. I cannot. I cannot step on a spider. Not because I don't want it to
I feel
die,
like
but
there's some
because it's so gross and
connection
terrifying.
to Eve there. The women's boldness with the snake. Caleb
Just
came home
one.
from school last week and he said, Dad, I touched a snake today. I held a snake today. I said, what?
Um, the only problem with that is like you do need to know the difference between ones that can bite to kill and
Ones that bite just to play.
No, I didn't want to say because I never know the definition for snakes. Is it poisonous or venomous? I don't
Oh,
know.
it's the same thing. This is one of my I'm a very pedantic person, but this bothers me.
I don't think it is, and I don't think it is for people who like snakes. I think it's different.
It's venom for snakes.
It's venom for
Yes.
snakes.
The distinction is like where it's produced and how it's distributed, right? Like
I
venom
think
is
so.
injected
Yeah.
and poison is applied. And it's like, guess what? They're
So
both this. You could have a
like toads,
neurotoxin.
toads that have toxins on their back, they're poisonous,
Yes.
but they're not venomous
Yes.
because it doesn't come
Does it
via
go
fangs.
inside you?
Right.
But like you could have a
Scorpions.
neurotoxin
Scorpions are venomous
that
because they dart you.
you
Right.
could have a neurotoxin that paralyzes you. That is something you touch or something that's injected.
That's poisonous.
They're both the same thing.
But it's not the same if it's coming from a creature. There's some.
So this is like if you
I had
go
somebody argue with me. It
I'm
wasn't
arguing
you.
with you right now. I know who you're talking about. If you go from Houston to Dallas, right?
This is not
Focus.
Bible stuff
Put your
anymore.
phone down and look at me. Look
I'm
at your
looking
husband.
at the
Look at your
difference.
husband. Look at your husband. If you go from Houston to Dallas, is that traveling?
Yes.
If you go by car, is it traveling?
Yes.
If you go by plane, is it traveling?
Yes.
It's the same thing. You can have different subcategories and modes of operation, and I agree that's what we're talking about. But people who argue that venom and poison are fundamentally two different things are just insane people. And I will die on this hill.
It is the mode of delivery.
Yes.
But there is some overlap, apparently.
Yeah.
There are rare creatures, such as the Asian tiger snake, which is venomous and bites and poisonous.
It just sweats acid.
It stores toxins from its prey.
Nice.
I don't really understand that. Does that mean it injects it from their fangs? Because then they're just venomous.
And then, like, what happens if you swallow it? If you swallow poison, does it become venom? No, because you're dying and it doesn't matter. You need the antidote. This
all came from Scorpion Pass, so we should just stop.
That's true.
We need to pray.
You're not traveling, you're flying. That's the same thing.
Has anybody made that argument?
I'm making that argument. That's what the argument of saying venom and poison are different things
But
is
you
saying.
sound like a lunatic.
No, people who make this argument sound like lunatics.
Mm-hmm. We should pray. I'm going to think of something that was as big as that turtle and talk about it next week. If I remember.
Bumper car.
No.
Paddle boat.
No.
Bowling ball.
Bigger.
World's largest pizza.
I don't know how big that is.
We had one in San Antonio.
Yeah, maybe about that circumference. Maybe a little smaller.
Her spatial awareness is very good.
We need to pray. We need to stop talking about this nonsense. It has nothing to do with judges.
Don't come to Texas. Everything's trying to kill you.
No, Texas is lovely if you go to the right places. We could tell you some places to go.
Yeah, and you could go into an airplane.
Scorpions go there?
And snakes.
Stop it. Just stop.
Texas is lovely.
It is lovely. It's like
from February to May.
Bits of it are like Florida.
Yeah. My parents always thought it was like Florida.
Yeah.
When they moved here, Houston was just a little snapshot of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Texans would appreciate that though.
Well, since we've moved here, it really does remind me of Florida, especially
rains enough. Good grief.
Just right now. It'll probably dry up this summer. We were here last summer.
Yeah, and it rained every 3 days.
Yeah, it did.
It was raining the day we moved here.
Well, that's why everything's green year round. Which is so wild. Like, it's very confusing. Coming from Oklahoma, where it's winter for like 4
and then everything's dead. It's
Yeah,
winter for like
everything is dead and you get really
it's
depressed.
winter for like 3 weeks, but it never really gets spring. It just goes into summer.
Yeah. Spring for a week, and then it's summer.
Plague. Plague.
We're gonna pray now. Stop. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for time in your word and for, well, hopefully just growth. Certainly just in time together. So thank you. Thank you for blessing us. Thank you for uh, all that you do for us. Please be with our core members, those that are going through surgeries and recovering from those surgeries, and anybody else that might be feeling unwell right now, Lord. I just pray that you are with them and that we as a church body lift one another up. Thank you for your son. It's in his name I pray. Amen.
Okay. There we go. Until next time,
Mm-hmm.
do read the Bible and talk to somebody about it because it's much
Yeah.
helpful.
You might wind up talking about all sorts of things.
You never know. You never know. Have a great week. We will hopefully see you next week.
Yes.
And yeah, adios.